Welcome back, guys, to yet another World of Warcraft video on this channel. Today we are going over a little bit of a video that we've actually kind of made before, but I want to make an updated one that goes in more to deeper explanations as to something on the mission table. And as you can tell from the title, this is going to be about prioritizing missions and picking the right missions for what you want to do. But before we get into it, make sure you guys drop a like on the video and also subscribe to the channel. And drop a comment down below what you think of the mission table, if you're doing mission tables yourself, how much gold you've made, or if you're excited for a 10.0 mission table. Because I will be giving away 2 months of game time for a winner in 7 days from when this video is posted. So if you guys follow those steps, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below with something that you like about the mission table. Or if you don't like it, tell me that. If you don't like the mission table, talk some smack. You know what I'm saying? But either way, let's get into it. I want to make this video because of the fact that we are currently looking at a lot of different missions, okay? So when you are maxed out on the mission table, you're going to have a lot of options. And depending on how you want to maximize your efficiency on the mission table, you might want to pick some different missions. So what I normally do is I pick everything that's gold making related. And everything that's gold making related is the experience tokens, it's the material bags as well, it's the polished pet charms for pets, it's the other material bags, it's the anima to resupply the mission table and also grow more anima, and it's also the raw gold. I do also take the reputation because through the reputation you can get paragon chests. Now, what a paragon chest, if you do not know, it is after you're exalted with a reputation, then you get paragon, right? You get paragon reputation, which is after. It's 10,000 reputation, and then you get a box, and that box can give you anywhere from like 3,000 to 4,000 gold, and it's a nice little addition. Obviously, you need a lot of reputation to get to that point, and obviously a lot of your characters might not be there, but it is something that you can do to get a little bit extra. You can also leave them out if you don't want to spend the anima on it. Now, how I do it is I literally just go through and I take every single thing that has something to do with gold making. Depending on who you are, you might be a little bit different. You might be like, okay, well, I only want the raw gold. I want the anima to be able to sustain the mission table. And then I'll take maybe some of the material bags, right? Maybe I'll take those or the polished pet charms. You can do whatever you feel like is the best thing in the world. But to maximize your output of the mission table, you need to take every single thing that you can get, okay? And it's also, especially for the polished pet charms, they might not seem like much, but they are a lot. Because these guys, you can spend them on pets that currently require a bunch of reputation or different unlocks, or even some in older expansions that other people don't want to farm for. And we don't know if they're going to change up polished pet charms for the 10.0, the new expansion, which means that in 10.0 they could give us a new pet charm that isn't this, which means that it's going to be annoying for people to go back and farm these. So make sure that you guys absolutely get the polished pet charms. But that is basically how I prioritize it. So, I mean, there's not really much to it. It's really simple. Anything that has anything even in the slightest interest of gold is something that I go for. Now, there is also the other part, is how much anima they require. So sometimes, as you can see, some of these missions, the experience token missions, require 150 anima. I do not do those because you have to value your anima as gold because they take a certain amount of time to actually both use but also get. Now, what do I mean by that, right? San, what are you talking about? It's anima, it's free, you can get so much of it. Well, because you can get a gold value out of your mission table, you can figure out how much gold you're making from the mission table, which means looking at the amount of anima that you're spending and getting, you can figure out how much it's worth. Let me explain. So, let's say on a character that you spend 600 anima a day on missions, right? It might be a little less, but just to give you guys an example, you spend 600 anima to actually send missions out daily. With my numbers before 9.2 on the mission table, I made an average of 8,000 gold every single day from a character. So that means 600 anima, or maybe less, would turn into 8,000 gold. But you also have to remember that as you're sending out missions, you're also getting some anima back, okay? So that is very important to realize, because your mission table will eventually be self-sufficient when it gets up there. But just to show you guys the calculation, because then you can base it on your own numbers with how much you're spending compared to how much gold you're getting. But let's just show. So if you get 8,000 gold out of it and you spend 600 anima, you can take 600 and divide it by 8,000, right? And that would also, obviously, it has to be the other way around. So that will give you 133. Well, not 133. I was like 133. That sounds a little excessive. 13.3. So that means every single anima that you currently collect, if you have a mission table where you can spend it, then it's worth 13.3. Now, obviously, depending on how many mission tables that you have, how much anima you have, it might be a little different. But this is just how you can value it, right? And let's say that you have 20,000 anima, it's still going to be worth 13.3 gold, because you can get 8,000 gold value out of it in a day, right? So in a day, and getting the 8,000 gold would take, probably 3 times of sending the mission table out. So you would be able to get, 8,000 gold in, a couple of minutes. It's not really much more than that, right? The only thing that's going on top of that is the mission table. But just to put this into perspective for you guys, if you have a lot more tables, right, is I have, for example, I have 45 tables, and I know I spend, at the moment, based on how much I receive back on the better mission tables and how much I spend on the newer ones, I spend an average of around 350 anima a day. So that means that I spend currently 15,705 anima a day. Now, how much value do I get out of the mission table, you might think, right? Well, 45 times 8,000, if we use the average value, which is my previous numbers from 9.2, then I get 360,000 in both raw gold, material bags, polished pet charms, all this stuff, okay? All of that is included in the price, so it might go up or down depending on the server that you're on, just so you guys are aware. But to do the actual math here, you can see that for 15,750 anima, we are getting 360 gold. Now, if you think about how much gold that is going to be, I mean, I did it the other way around again. If you think about how much gold you're actually going to be getting out of your anima here, it's quite ridiculous, right? It is pretty insane. It's 22.8 gold. I'm telling you guys, 22.8 gold, and that's for 15,750 anima. Now, obviously, that means all of my anima, every one anima is worth 22.8, so almost 23 gold. So that would mean, how long would it take me to farm 15,750 anima? Well, at the moment on Seraph Mortis, you can farm between 5,000 and 7,000 if you're doing it in the middle of the day, perma-killing rares over and over. So in 3 hours, I would be able to get this amount. In 3 hours, you'd be able to get 360,000 in value. I'm telling you guys, this is very good, and the numbers might be even higher than what I had previously for 9.2, or before 9.2, because now with 9.2 they added a lot of new missions. There's some other, there's some new materials and whatever else that you can add on to it. It might also be higher and lower. I'm just saying that there's a lot of passive gold that you can look at here. A lot of passive gold. And the even better part is that eventually your mission tables will be self-sufficient, so it'll just be a machine that's using it on its own. But just to show you guys how much value your anima has, that is what it is. But anyway, that's just a little extra bonus thing. I apologize for it being a little longer. I hope it made sense. If you guys have any questions, of course, drop them down in the comments below. And remember what I said in the beginning of the video. But that is going to be it for this video. Make sure you join the giveaway, of course. And until the next one. See you guys!